These dolls' jackets might look simple, but they include real tailoring techniques. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make them from pattern to finished garment. And yes, the pattern is free. So let's go! I'm cutting my pattern. I'm making a matching suit for the pants I already made in another video. And you asked me how to make the jacket? I didn't include the seam allowances in the pattern piece except for the sleeves. Why? The sleeves always love to cause drama. No, really, it's just that I took the sleeve from another pattern, that's it. I'm cutting the pieces very carefully. At this scale, 1 millimeter can change the look of everything. Doll sewing is basically like tailoring, but everything tiny, tiny, tiny. We are gonna see if at the end it will look snatched and nice like a Lululemon jacket, or all my pieces are cut and now I'm gonna try to find a zipper. Every sewing room is full of zippers except for the ones you need, right? Luckily, I have a zipper that is the perfect color but probably way too long. I have all my patterns here. I separate them to make them easy to identify. I have my front pieces here, my back pieces, the sleeve, the collar, and I'm gonna start with the front part. I like to place it like that so I don't get confused. And now I'm gonna remove the pins, and right away I'm gonna put left side and right side, like all the pieces where they belong, and then I can start sewing. I'm using the incorrect needle and the stitches are skipping, so I'm gonna just change the needle for a ballpoint needle. And don't do it as I do, use real screwdriver, no bobbins. I'm gonna give you an important trick that makes a huge difference in curved seams. So as you can see, look at the seam allowance, how it gets all curvy, right? I'm gonna clip those seam allowance into small triangles. That way, the seams can fall flat and nice. The other side is okay because it's pretty much like the piece, so I don't need to cut the other side. And I'm gonna do the same with my other seam, and then I'm gonna go to my serger and I can serge that seam allowance to clean it. And this make the jacket looks more professional and clean. I'm gonna just do one top stitch. You could use as well a double needle to sew those seams and it looks really nice. But I feel more comfortable working with my industrial sewing machine, and but look at that. It looks beautiful, huh? Now is the time from the top part, and pretty much I'm gonna do the same as I did before. I'm gonna just present them put together and I'm gonna stitch them. I'm gonna do exactly the same with that piece. It's as well curved as the other two. You see how the bust is forming then. So I'm gonna snip as much as I need, and then I'm gonna finish this with the serger. And of course, as you know, a good top stitch makes everything look structured and intentional, like a real athletic jacket. The doll is not wearing it, but you still can feel the shape, right? That will be a snatch. Now is the time for the back, and I don't know if you noticed the sewing technique I'm using to start the stitching in the best possible way. I call it sewing started. And it's this little piece of fabric that I use to start the stitch. It's so good, it makes the stitch transition very well. So the beginning of the stitch is fantastic. Otherwise, it can be kind of wrinkled and bumpy, not really good. I serge in this seam with the seam allowance open because I'm gonna make 2 top stitch, one on each side of the seam, because this way it keeps the jacket symmetrical. Now that I have the back and the front ready, I'm gonna join them by the shoulders, and the shoulders only. Don't sew the side seams yet because you got it. You wanna add the sleeves. As you can see, the back of the sleeve has 2 notches and the front 1 only. And you are gonna take that into account to put each sleeve in each side the way it's supposed to be. Remember, sleeves are drama. Be careful while you are sewing it. It's so curvy that is a little bit tricky. Just go little by little. Now is the time to finish the sleeve, and again we have such small curve. You want to snip that as well, but this time instead of doing triangles, I'm just doing little cuts. And then of course my dolls want everything well finished. I'm gonna serge it. Here you go, clean and nice. To make the job easier, it's better to finish the sleeves before we close them. I'm gonna make a hem today, but you can add a cuff. You can finish the sleeve the way you want. I'm not gonna close the sleeve yet because with the jacket open will be easier to sew the collar. So for the collar, pretty much you are gonna sew the top part of the collar. Don't get confused with my sewing starting. It's always in the way. So I sew the top part, and of course I'm gonna clip all that seam allowance so it can spread very well. And now I'm gonna do an understitch. For the understitch, I take all the seam allowance and put it to one side, and then I stitch that together with the other piece, and look at that. It makes my collar look so good and so nice. Can you see it? Now is the time to sew that collar to the garment, and just to make it right, I'm going to divide that length between 4, first half of it and then half and half. That way I make sure that this collar distributes very nicely while I'm sewing it. I of course then have to do the same at the collar line, and don't get confused because of course half will be at the center back and at the center front, but the other half not necessarily will be in the side seam, because usually the front neckline is a little bit longer than the back. You see, I'm sewing my neckline and it's all nice. And before I finish, I'm going to attempt to sew that zipper, which is super long. And I want to show you how to make a detail that will make your jacket stand out. I'm gonna make a cuff. I measured the width of my jacket and I'm cutting one stripe of about 2 inches by the width of the bottom of my jacket. And just to make that job easier, I'm going to my ironing board and I'm gonna fold that stripe by the center and I'm gonna iron it. That way it will be so easy to sew. And marking this on my fabric and on my zipper because I need all the measurements. And before putting a zipper, I'm gonna cut a stripe of interfacing and I'm gonna glue it on the inside part of my jacket. This will prevent the fabric from stretching and keeps everything stable. I'm gonna sew the zipper, but just partially. I'm marking the zipper from where I'm gonna sew, because you know, when you are sewing for dolls, the problem is that because you are working with such a small pattern, you don't have like the space to work, and sometimes it makes everything a little bit trickier. So I need to know what will be the final length of the zipper, but I'm not gonna sew the full zipper yet. I don't want to confuse you, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna use, of course, a zipper foot because that will make easier to go around the zipper, and I'm gonna make sure to sew it in this line there. So I'm sewing the zipper as you see, and now this side is sewn, and as you can see, no pulling, no wobbling, all nice because I use the interfacing. Now I'm marking all my points because when I sew the other side of the zipper, I want that to come at the same level. Now I'm gonna sew the other side of the zipper. So I'm pinning my zipper, making sure that all those points are gonna match with the zipper. You see, this is the most important trick when you are sewing a zipper. This is kind of a make it or break it for your zipper. I sew the zipper and I'm gonna close it to see if those points really work well. And yes, guys, you see how nice the zipper looks? Now is the time to do a tiny surgery with that zipper that is so long. And pay attention because this is a massive trick. I think that I deserve a like for this trick that I'm gonna show you. I'm looking for a zipper stop. Of course, you can take the original zipper stop of your zipper, but I'm too lazy to remove it. I'll just take a new one. And I'm going to place my zipper stop where the zipper have to stop, of course. It's a little difficult, but I have my trick. I start from the back of the zipper and pull it there and then push it and make it. Here you go. You see? Now the zipper has its stop and I'm gonna do the same at the other side. Not everybody knows this way of cutting a zipper and some people have said that this is impossible. So let me show you. You see, now that I have my stoppers, I'm gonna show you something about that zipper. This zipper is coil and the coil is sewn to the tape. Can you see the thread? And they use a chain stitch. So pretty much the only thing I need to do is to open this stitch. I already have made a video about how to make that. Most of the time it's a chain stitch that you just pull, but if you cannot pull it, just go little by little. And when you have your coil separated, you just cut it and that's it. Like magic. If you want, you can burn a little bit the edges, but it's not absolutely necessary, but better, always better. But the thing is that you don't want to burn the clothes. Be careful. Now that my zipper is cut, is the proper size, I can finish that collar and you can stitch it. If that were a big people size, I would probably search that piece and just sew, but because it's so small, I'm gonna fold it in to make it nice and clean, and to make sure that when I do my stitch everything will be fine, I'm basting all that collar with the proper folding. And look at that, you see, now it's all top stitch. And look at my zipper, looks good, huh? Now is the time to close those sides, and the way I do it is a little different. I prefer to go from the armhole down and then from the armhole to the bottom of the sleeve. That way I make sure that it doesn't pull the sleeve when it's closed. And of course I search that. And now that all the jacket is done, I can add the cuff at the bottom of the jacket. For that, I first sew the cuff so it doesn't move, and then sew the cuff to the jacket. And of course, you know, we serge it so it looks clean. I'm telling you, we are doing haute couture. Now then, I can finish the zipper. I changed the foot again so it's easier, and my jacket is almost ready. I can leave it the way it is, but you know, top stitch are so nice in athleisure clothing. So I'm gonna make a top stitch around the zipper and it looks good, huh? And I'm gonna give you a last trick to finish the serger in a cleaner way. I'm taking the serger tail, I'm inserting it back inside the stitch and cut it. That way it looks clean and nice. And after that, I'm gonna tack the seam allowance so it doesn't move and it all is nice. I'm gonna tack as well at the cuff part. And of course, every garment needs a label, huh? I made a tiny label with my name using my 3D printer, and suddenly it actually looks like a real jacket, huh? Now we're gonna style it. And because you already have seen the other one style in my other video, I decided to style the one I made first as a mock-up to see if my pattern work. The jacket alone is nice, but I want the full outfit moment. You know the fashion rule, if you are going to yoga, at least arrive looking fabulous. And creating this styling pretty much like for a full day in the city. In my mind, she can spend the afternoon at the cafe with her laptop, catching up on work. I'm using a soft palette that combines very well with the darker tones. She's in the street because she's waiting for her friend. They are going to the new yoga studio that is opening in town. They're already dressed for the yoga classes. They don't wanna miss anything. If you'd like the free jacket pattern, you'll find it in the description box. These are the behind the scene. You see the doll and they look amazing, but I'm always close to the floor. If you find this video useful or entertaining, please give us a like, give us a hype, and don't forget to subscribe, share, comment. Bye!